everyone. Oh, that voice always makes me think of Robin Williams from Mrs. Doubtfire, and I think his death was probably the saddest celebrity death for me, just because I loved him and just, it really. Anyway, let's get on to the matter at hand. The matter at hand is Pan That Palette. I hit pan on Pistol. Yay! Guys, I'm exhausted from panning eyeshadows at this point. But anyway, I hit pan on Pistol. So, I mean, that's exciting, but I still have a crap ton of it left. Verve is really thin, but it's still there. I'm not counting blackout. I already have another pan of blackout, and I already have like 4 other black shades. So I'm not worrying about that, but I'm ready for Pistol to be done. I'm ready for this to be done. It's time. It is time for that to be done, but it needs more encouragement. So that's Pistol. I hit pan on Pistol, but there's still so much of it left. Anyway, let's talk about something that's a little bit more exciting, I guess. I have repressed Guava in my Mercier Artist palette, and that's going steadily along. It's very thin. I use it as a blush, so it goes pretty quick. I've been using Sparkling Dew as a face highlight. It's been going very fast as well. I've been using Vanilla Nuts. I tried to repress it. It didn't repress too well, so I don't think I'm going to repress any of the other mattes in this palette. And I did use African Violet a couple times. Excuse me. I used African Violet a couple times. This is a gorgeous shade, so I have no problem using it. And it's very powdery at this point, so it kicks up a lot, and it'll go really fast. You can see I've definitely made some progress on Plum Smoke, if you can see there. And I've also made some progress on Coeur Royale, making the pan bigger. And if you can see right there, I've made a dip in Violet ink. I've been mixing Violet ink and Coeur Royale sometimes when I've been doing my outer V. So this palette I think is going really nicely. I think if I really focus on it for, like, if I give myself like 2 weeks to really focus on this, I would be able to finish up African Violet, Guava, maybe Sparkling Dew, and definitely Vanilla Nuts. So this palette is going along nicely. I did want to mention too, this palette has 0.9 grams per shadow or 0.03 ounces per shadow versus the Urban Decay shadows in the Naked palette are 1.5 grams or 0.05 ounces. So these are like 50%, they're like a third, 2/3 the size of the Urban Decay shadows. That's why they do go a lot faster. They're also a lot more powdery. I know I read online Sparkling Dew is supposed to be a dupe of Urban Decay Virgin, but the textures of these shadows could not be any more different. The Urban Decay shadows are sort of dense and a little buttery, but not quite as buttery as Lorac shadows are. But the Laura Mercier shadows are much more powdery, but in a way that makes them blend very easily. So for what it's worth, completely different textures. To talk about a completely another different texture of eyeshadow, we can talk about the Steal It in the Light palette. Again, this is another totally different texture. I did hit pan on Bare. I was mixing that with this Wet n Wild shade, which I flipped this upside down so it's easier for me to use my brush in there. I did make a lot more pan on Bliss as well. I do have to layer Bliss, and you can see I've used Sunset a little bit. I've also used Kitten once and Bubbly once as well. Excuse me, I'm sorry. But yeah, so I did hit pan and Bare, which is good, and expanded the pan on Bliss, which is good. But I don't know, guys. I kind of had to give myself a couple break days after I hit pan on Pistol. Like, I was just like, okay, I need to take a break. Like today I'm not wearing any of these palettes except for my brow bone shade. I was just like, I just need to wear different eyeshadow because I'm just like feeling like I'm wasting all the rest of my shadows. So I don't know. I kind of want to quit, but I know I shouldn't, especially with like this like barely hanging on. So I don't know. Maybe I'll do like 2 weeks in April as a break, or I don't know. I'm just feeling very unmotivated with this project right now. And I think everyone does feel that way at some point, but it hasn't really happened to me yet. So now I'm really feeling it. So I don't know. I'm just kind of like, there's a part of me right now who's just like, I'm over it. Like, I'm done. Like, we're done with this. And I just want to like step away from all of it. But I'm trying really hard to fight that. But you guys let me know what you think about me taking like a 2-week break and maybe the beginning of April to just use some of my other palettes and just come up with different looks. And I just feel not even restricted. I just feel frustrated at this point. I just feel frustrated. So, well, I hope you guys are doing a little bit more positively on, or a little bit more, I don't know. I hope you guys are feeling more positive about how your Pan That palettes are going. I know that you guys always tell me I'm making amazing progress and stuff like that, but sometimes it's hard when you're using the same eyeshadow every single day and you're like, seriously? Seriously? You can't even move like tiny little fraction of a centimeter and just disappear? So, I don't know. I'm just feeling that way about things right now. So, I just want to give you guys an update because I mean I did hit pan on stuff, so that's good, but anyway, I'm just rambling now. So I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.